of 9:22 last night, there's a rainfall warning in effect for Agawa, Lake Superior Park, Sault Ste. Marie, St. Joseph Island, Searchmont, Montreal River Harbor, and Batchewana Bay. Still pretty soggy over the next 48 hours as moisture from what is now Hurricane Michael will spread rain into the area. The rain will be heavy at times today, with total rainfall amounts between 50 and 70 millimeters by this evening or tomorrow. Rainfall amounts could reach actually 90 millimeters locally, particularly in areas that receive several thunderstorms. The rain will taper off to a few showers by tomorrow as the low moves over Lake Superior towards James Bay. On October 5th, around 11:15 p.m., Soo OPP conducted a traffic stop on Lake Street, and after further investigation, 39-year-old Matthew Clement from the Soo was arrested and charged with care or control of a motor vehicle while impaired by alcohol and care or control of a motor vehicle with over 80 milligrams of alcohol. Clement is expected in court November 5th. On October 6th at 11:30 p.m., Sault Ste. Marie OPP officers responded to a multi-vehicle collision on Haviland Shores Road. 23-year-old Jim Roland Vaz from the Soo was arrested and charged with care or control of a motor vehicle while impaired by alcohol, care or control of a motor vehicle with over 80 milligrams of alcohol, driving while under suspension, and careless driving. The accused is scheduled for court on November 5th, and there were no injuries in that incident. Canada is preparing for the day that sales of marijuana for recreational use become legal. About 100 dispensaries across the country are expected to be open on the first day of sales on October 17th.
Near the U.S. border, a 1.1 million square foot greenhouse once filled with tomatoes, now getting a makeover to grow cannabis. And lots of it.
The conservative forecast is 75,000 kilograms a year.
That's more than 165,000 pounds. This British Columbia farm is one of several licensed growers that will supply marijuana as Canada prepares for its first day of recreational pot sales.
We will soon have a new system in place, one that keeps cannabis out of the hands of our kids and keeps profits away from organized crime.
Canada is now only the second country in the world and the largest to legalize the drug nationally. About 100 dispensaries across the country are expected to be open on the first day of sales, October 17th.
I have no doubt there will be hiccups. This is a major public policy shift in this country, probably the largest in several decades. But I think we're ready.
Unlike in the U.S., where marijuana is illegal at the federal level, the Canadian cannabis industry will have access to banking and mail delivery. Customers can order online and have pot delivered to their door. Major corporations are paying attention. The parent company of Corona Beer has pledged a $4 billion investment in a farming company called Canopy Growth.
And then over here we have the products themselves. A lot of these are going to vanish soon.
Legalization Day has been a long time coming for Chris Clay, a veteran activist. He was arrested more than 20 years ago for selling marijuana plant clones at his store in Ontario.
No, you're completely shutting down?
Yeah, we have to close down on the 15th of October to get licensed. I know it's not good news, but
his medical marijuana dispensary in British Columbia is technically illegal, so he's closing it to apply for a license. His employees will be without work for an unknown period of time.
So that'll be a little frustrating, but overall I'm thrilled. I'm glad people aren't going to be arrested anymore for possession, for carrying around small amounts of cannabis.
Canada's big policy shift being watched closely across the border and around the world.
As soon as you're open, let me know. I'll bring you some.
Robert Bumstead, Associate.
An unusually high tide was reported on Florida's west coast as Hurricane Michael approaches the state. Local TV in Fort Myers reported that tides were high yesterday. Waves could be seen washing up to the front of the Seaside Cottage Bar in Fort Myers Beach. The hurricane is expected to make landfall hundreds of miles to the north of there. Winds grew stronger overnight along the Gulf Coast, with Hurricane Michael expected to make landfall today.